across Saudi Arabia. I will not take much from you. I'll explain more about about our Sajaya and about the company profile itself. We are specialized in digital transformation, business automation, and cybersecurity services aligned with NCA and SAMA, the local regulators. At Sajaya, we go beyond technology implementation. We work with our clients to build resilience, improve operations, and ensure compliance while preparing them for the future. Over the past, we have grown to become a trusted digital transformation partners, offering secure IT solutions and align with both national and international standards. In the coming slides, we are going actually to talk about digital transformation journey. However, our commitment to long-term partnerships with our customers is a key milestone in our journey. We are not able, that we are not here just to sell technology. We work side by side with our clients to design and deliver complete solutions across IT infrastructure, enterprise systems, and most important advanced cybersecurity services. Here are the Sajaya Digital Transformation Services and the milestones that we do and we offer to our customers. And today, as you all know, digital transformation is accelerating across every industry, and with it, cybersecurity has become more important than ever. At Sajaya, we help organizations navigate complex threats and meet regulatory standards like NCA and SAMA. We understand that transformation just about adopting new tools. It isn't like something that normal. It is something critical, becoming critical for everyone. It is about changing how people work, streamlining process, and making security a natural part of everyday operations. We had the privilege to work with clients across sectors such as government, finance, healthcare, manufacturing, helping them optimize internal workflows, enhance enterprise architecture, improve IoT connectivity, and of course, boost their overall security and performance. Over here are the value proposition that we want to talk, and just to take like 1 minute about this. By implementing our value proposition to customers are our commitments to look after their cybersecurity current posture and take them to next level of security to ensure they are secured organization and comply with the national regulatory. On the coming slide, here are the challenges. I want to talk a little bit about them. And I'm sure that most of the customers, they do that. They are facing this with their GRC. There are like some disconnection between vulnerability management and risk or compliance reporting. Definitely, this will lead for manual GRC process, delayed responses, increased risk exposure, lack of real-time visibility, human errors as well, and extra effort during audits. These are the problems we aim to solve today. With the CyberCyte, they have the solutions for you, and definitely it's a solution that already integrated with the IAI tool that CyberCyte representative is going actually to explore about these advantages. Locally here in Saudi Arabia, cybersecurity is a national priority. These tools are no longer nice to have. They are becoming absolutely essential. It's a must to do it, to reduce the human error, to mitigate the human error, to mitigate risk about your GRC systems. Because they help reduce manual work, minimize the human error, it's something really essential to do it. Need strict regulations and support smarter, faster decision making. This will give you the privilege of that, all in line with the goals of the government vision. Today we are going to focus on how these AI-driven GRC solutions are transforming the way businesses manage risk, ensure one minute, ensure compliance and improve overall security postures. Why AI-driven GRC? So why is mapping vulnerabilities to GRC so important? It's about adding business context to technical issues. When vulnerabilities is discovered, we need to know. We need to know what's the importance of these vulnerabilities are discovered from the systems. How serious is it? Which compliance controls are affected over here? What's the business impacts that is going to impact my business continuity? By mapping these vulnerabilities to GRC layers, we can prioritize what matters most, assign ownership quickly, and make audits smoother and smarter, detecting vulnerabilities in real time as well, assigning them to affected business assets, cross-referring them with compliance frameworks, triggering automated workflows for remediations and evidence collection. And this means no more spreadsheets, no more last minute audits, and no more manual gaps between security and compliance. This is not only reduce risk and cost, it gives you and your team confidence when facing audit threats or transformation challenges. Uh, Let me know how we can actually help you with this. Now, let me just take a moment to introduce our key technology partner, CyberCyte. CyberCyte is a UK-based cybersecurity company offering an advanced SaaS platform designed to address the growing challenges in risk management, compliance, and threat visibility. Their platform is built to empower your organization, providing them with the tools needed to monitor, manage, and strengthen their cybersecurity posture with greater speed and precision. What makes CyberCyte stand out is ability as automated compliance checks monitor risk in real time and productively detect and resolve security issues, all before they escalate into serious threats. Definitely, CyberSite supports a wide range of global standards, including ISO 27001, NIST, and GDPR, and more, definitely with the internal government frameworks such as NCA and SAMA. We are proud to partner with CyberSite to bring these capabilities to our clients, helping them stay secured, audit ready, and aligned with their digital transformation goal. So today's session isn't just about showcasing tools, it is about sharing ideas that will help you build a strong, smarter, and more secure digital future. Thank you for being with us today. We really appreciate your time. I would like just to hand over the microphone to Mr. Nijati, the cybersecurity CTO, who will walk you through their product portfolio and share more insights on how their solutions can support your cybersecurity goals. Thank you once again and enjoy the session.
It's a pleasure meeting everyone. I will start with a short presentation. And after the presentation, I will be, of course, showcasing the technology and how we enable a much more effective and manageable GRC process for organizations. So let me share my screen. So a short summary about CyberCyte. We were founded in 2019 in London, UK. Our objective was to create a unified security posture by discovering unknown risks and simplify compliance management. At the state we reached with our platform, we guarantee that the platform will be able to identify security gaps and improve the security posture for the organization, which are extremely key in preventing attackers and breaches. So I would like to start with our core modules that we offer in the platform. In its core, CyberCyte is an AI-driven cyber risk management platform. We are a technology partner to key XDR vendors like CrowdStrike, Palo Alto, and Microsoft. We also are tightly coupled with vulnerability scanners, and through this consolidation, we are able to create a very complete and a unique risk visibility and complement the current cybersecurity infrastructure to identify these risks which are not known before. The platform has 4 major modules. Cyber GRC is a key module. This module enables the management and it streamlines the assessment for standards like ISO 27001, CIS, DORA, and Cyber Essentials. In fact, we recently added the Saudi framework as well, and I will be showing this today. It enables continuous security testing. Both internal and external vulnerabilities are continuously scanned by the platform. So whenever a new vulnerability arises that the organization is not aware of, this is identified immediately and prioritized so that it's not exploited by the attackers. The exposure management it creates is also quite differentiative. The time and effort needed to identify shadow IT, which is any IT artifact not compliant to your security policies, is significantly faster. It gives you the visibility for both internal and external exposure. So it creates a very complete visibility for your cybersecurity infrastructure. A key differentiator is automation. The platform enables security teams to act on the findings, not only report on the problems, which I think is vital to enable teams to work more effectively. When we look to the common challenges in GRC processes, it is overwhelmingly complex. Organizations are dealing with too many regulatory frameworks, unfortunately, and these are some key findings that has been summarized in different surveys. We see that more than half of risk and compliance professionals spend their most time identifying risks, which means it's a key problem to effectively able to manage this growing volume. Unfortunately, something we all know, about 75% of all breaches involve the human element. That is tightly coupled with the fact that we need to manage the risks that require constant vigilance. More than about 59% of security leaders report that their organizations have multiple systems requiring compliance, which complicate the efforts for a unified GRC process. This is the key reason why organizations are overwhelmed. In fact, they are dealing with multiple tools, and each tools need their separate effort and time. And a last very critical finding is 76% of compliance managers manually scan regulatory changes, and this creates a huge resource strain on them. Doing this manually is incredibly, of course, overwhelming. CyberCyte GRC modules enables organizations to perform compliance assessments, dynamically manage their risk registry, and automatically transform the security gaps to risks. So important findings are automatically transformed to risks and then followed up through the platform, which creates a huge saving in terms of course, resource and effort. Tracking incidents, to-do tasks, activity monitoring activities are also supported. Statement of applicability, evidences, meetings, documents are also managed through the platform. The consolidation it does for GRC processes is also very strong, which we'll of course dive shortly. Performing assessments, internal audits, managing the SOA, asset management, document management, to-do and project management, meetings, and end-user awareness assessments are key parts of CyberCyte's GRC module. We support multiple regulations, ISO 27001, PCI DSS, CIS version 8 and 7.1, NIST SP 800, Cyber Essentials, DORA, and the local regulations are completely supported through the platform. We are able to map controls and risks to multiple standards automatically. So you update one control, it automatically updates the linked controls. You update your risk, that links to risks, and again, it automatically updates, which makes governance processes significantly simpler. Our customers are able to consolidate all of their assessments and audit activities in a single platform. that provides, of course, improved efficiency and consistency. So I wanted to keep presentation short because I think seeing the product is much more effective. So I will just go through the technology and how it works. Of course, I will be diving deep to the GRC module, but just to give you an outline of its technological infrastructure, as I have said, we collect findings from the XDR's vulnerability scanners and our agents, which run on Windows, Linux, and Mac. These are 15 megabyte agents, which virtually consume no resource, about 0.5% in an endpoint. So all of these artifacts are collected and they are classified as malicious, critical, and high risk. You are seeing that many different kinds of artifacts are covered. Sysmon logs, which are vital logs to identify any risky activity in Windows endpoints, are collected. DNS cache is analyzed for malicious requests. Vulnerability scans from vulnerability scanners are consolidated. YARA analysis is performed. We look for packages, applications on all of that and assess if they are vulnerable. We even look command history. We look at local accounts if there are any accounts having a security risk. Are there any endpoint security software which are not functioning correctly? So it gives you a complete visibility of these findings in a single console. And if we were to drill down to any of them, I'll just make one example here, is the application inventory in a Windows endpoint. If I were to deep dive to it, I would see the reason why they are critical. They have a very high CVSS score. AI will tell us if they are a false positive or not, and it will give us the recommendation on how to fix this, as you see. So the platform collects the data, assesses it, eliminates if it's a false positive, and gives the guidance to fix it. Of course, for this application, like if it is Visual Studio, I could update this application or I could uninstall it. This is valid for any artifact we collect. Once these artifacts are collected, this is fed to a maturity score. The maturity score tells us how we need to prioritize these findings. This goes to a CISO dashboard where you see your priorities on the fly. First, you need to address threats, then your external vulnerabilities, then external asset exposure, then user awareness, then the problems in user accounts, then the internal asset risks and internal vulnerabilities follow. So we make the findings understandable and we enable you to act on them faster. All of these findings are also mapped to, of course, the governance processes. And in this example, we have also added the NCA ECC 2023. ECC 2023 has 5 main sections, and these are number of controls in each section. You see how many of these requirements are met, how much is it complete, what is our risk heat map, and what are our priorities, what are my residual risks, treatment option plans, the financial impact of these findings, and their assignments by owners. So how do we create this overall summary is very straightforward. Everything starts with defining an audit. These are the compliance standards that you want to track. I say create. I choose which standard I want to follow. PCI, ISO 27001, CIS, NIST, DORA, Cyber Essentials, NCA ECC 2023 are currently supported, and we can add any standard that could be needed by our customers. Once we choose a standard and give a name and set the type, which could be an assessment or internal audit, and save, the platform will create its controls as you see here. Okay. So for any control, as an example, patch management for industrial control systems, I could set my compliance state, I could write my response, I could put my documents, I could assign the evidence for this and also set which risks this control is related to. So I do this for any standard, any control I'm managing in the infrastructure. For ISO 27001 and CIS, once if you are managing through the ISO 27001 controls, any of them is mapped to other standards, as you see, CIS, Cyber Essentials, NCA, NIST, PCI. And when I update this with my response and say update, it will update all related controls with this state. So you update one control and this immediately updates the related controls based on this control, which makes managing multiple regulatory actions much simpler, creating a huge saving in terms of time and effort. Many organizations manage their risks through an Excel. Now you start managing your risk registry through this platform. We provide right now about 300 different risk templates. They are from CIS and ISO 27001. For example, you want to use unique passwords as a risk in your infrastructure. You just right click and say create this as a risk registry item. This is automatically created. And now you start managing your risks through the platform. If I were to go to any risk that you see here, like maintain deployed security software in this example, I would choose type. This is currently open. This risk will be managed by this person. I choose which person to manage this. Then I assign the owner. I can set related processes and services which assess this effects, and the system automatically for this also identified assets that is affected by this risk. This is done automatically, in fact. So I could choose the financial impact, the cost, when this will be implemented, completion date, the next review. I could say I have completed this risk action, but I will review this next year. So the platform will automatically set in 1 year this risk to be go to the open state where you can assess it again. All activities you do around this risk, its mappings of ISO and CIS, risk treatment plan, where the cost owner who will do the risk treatment, you manage all of your risks and its life cycle through the platform. So here becomes your risk registry. And we have, of course, a set of items that are created automatically. For example, disable dormant accounts in this example. If I were to go to it, I would immediately see by clicking a button why this risk exists, because in my Active Directory I have accounts. The account is enabled, but it has not been used to login, which this was flagged. So the risks are automatically mapped to the findings in the system. Incidents are managed through here. The platform automatically creates incidents and links it to the cause. So we can also integrate with Jira, ServiceNow. So we identify an incident, and this is automatically synchronized to your incident management system as well. You manage your assets through here, non-IT assets. You can create, manage, assign a class to any assets that you have. In addition to the assets discovered by the system, you manage your documents from here. You upload your document. You set the owner, the distribution users and groups. You set the review date, so you will know when the documents should be reviewed. The platform provides you built-in evidences where you link them to your findings, like is hardening done correctly, what is my organizational maturity, incidents, threat data, risky artifacts, vulnerabilities. They're automatically mapped to risks and controls through the evidence mapping. You know, as you see, for every finding, we map them to certain standards. Managing your to-do actions, it is very similar to Microsoft To-Do. Managing your project tasks, you create your project tasks, when it will start, when it will end, all project tasks, and even meetings, where you set the title, the meeting date, organizer, what is the agenda, who are the attendees for this meeting, what is the category for this meeting, what are the decisions, and if there are to-do actions for this meeting, are all managed through the platform. Why this is important? When you are going through an assessment, this is where you show the proof, because now everything is consolidated. Of course, this data is presented through different dashboards. If we were to go to dashboards, I would see, of course, a gap assessment of, for example, in this case, ISO 27001. We see our coverage for ISO 27001. We would see which controls we are compliant, which ones are in progress, and which ones are open. So these needs to be checked and validated, and their state must be updated. How many risks are open? How many risks are unacceptable? So all risks, controls, their state, everything is managed through the platform. And of course, finally, we have an impact analysis capability, where we also guide you on the causes of these uncompliances through the evidences that the system tracks. So you see which technical findings made a control or a risk uncompliant through the impact analysis dashboard. And all of these are, of course, summarized in a single report. So I just want to provide you a short example of a report. Let's see which one would be. I think this one should be the. Let's check that. Let's just run this report. So the report will create us report generated. We have last result. So this is the report it creates. As you see, it identifies us the trends. What are the critical events that has taken place in our infrastructure? It's a summary of the critical events that has taken place. It provides a summary for this. And it also gives us, you know, what are our vulnerable applications? How are we against CIS controls? To which CIS controls we are currently not compliant? What's our CIS coverage? DoD coverage. So you get and the GRC assessment overview, which ISO 27000 controls currently we are not compliant. So a single report gives you a complete summary of what you need to improve on, and you get the reports of course periodically based on the time intervals that you set. So I think this was a short summary for the platform and how it works. And this is how it creates key findings. So thank you for your time today. Any questions, let us know. We will be very happy to do an assessment. And in that assessment, we guarantee that the system will identify security gaps that your organization is not aware of. Due to the number of different artifacts we look and the way we consolidate them, the findings are always a surprise to any customer that we have worked together. So thank you so much for your time, and please let us know for any inquiry, and Mamun will be more than happy to plan the process, I think.
All right, thanks a lot, Nekati, for the highly insightful presentation, and also to all the audience too as well, who have spent their time today to hear us out. We would, as mentioned in the start, we have a feedback evaluation form, and your feedback on this webinar is highly appreciated. So do spend some time to just, let us know your feedback, and in case you have any kind of requirements too as well, we would be able to happy to address them and take that ahead in future with the Jaya team too as well. So with that, I would like to thank the audience and everyone in the team too as well who has spent some time and efforts on the webinar too as well. So till then, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.